Over Trump's impeachment article today, but plus with a new president with great power comes great responsibility for the media to hold him accountable. Let's jump right into our Monday morning quarterback segment with today's guest, Republican strategist Terry Schilling and Democratic strategist Jason Nichols. Good morning to you both. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning.
All right, let's get right into it here. Some argue that this second impeachment trial is an opportunity for Trump, now that he is arguably in the rearview mirror for Republicans, rather, to kind of buck the trend here and take their stance here. What do you think? Do you think that'll be the case? Jason, I'll start with you.
I don't. I think that Republicans actually, unfortunately, they are held hostage by the Trump supporters, by his large base. And I think that they're not as necessarily going to do the right thing. I think one of the things that we're going to see, particularly with some of these people, Josh Hawley, for example, Ted Cruz, we're going to see that they're going to get away scot-free because Mitch McConnell is afraid of having to run runoff elections in their states. And Donald Trump is also connected to that. They're going to let him get away with it. And it's really unfortunate for our country. I think we need to hold people accountable. Can't have unity without accountability. I think Mitt Romney said that best. I think he's going to get away with this entire thing, inciting a riot, inciting an insurrection on our Capitol. And it's pretty shameful.
Terry, do you think that's the case? Do you think Republicans will take a stand here and break from Trump?
Absolutely not, and nor should they. Look, what we're talking about here is there's been a lot said about, quote, doing the right thing. We're talking about removing a president from office who is already removed. We're talking about uniting a country, or at least attempting to. And the real point of this is to weaponize the government, continuing this Democratic trend of weaponizing the government against their political opponents. Removing Trump from office after he's already removed is nothing but divisive and punitive against people who support President Trump. It serves no purpose to unify this country. And I like the guest who's with us, Jason, to talk about how this serves the general welfare of the United States and helps bring this country better together.
Well, Terry, really quickly, and Jason, I'll have you respond to that in a second. The argument here, though, is that they don't want to set a precedent. If they believe something was done that was wrong, they want to hold the person accountable so that it doesn't happen again with future presidents. So it's not so much, in their mind, sacrificing this idea of unity in order to get some kind of revenge. Do you get what I'm saying?
No, look, that's not what this is. Look, if you analyze his speech, if you look at actually what he said, it was all about peaceful protest and letting our members of Congress know where they stand. Now, contrast that to Kamala Harris, Nancy Pelosi, Maxine Waters, and Democrats like Ayanna Pressley, who actually were encouraging violence this entire year, openly and outwardly encouraging violence and unrest in our streets, who suffer no consequences. So, look, I'm fine with going through with impeachment if we're also going to impeach the other members of Congress, including our own vice president, who were encouraging violence and unrest this entire summer, that, by the way, led to the destruction of our major cities, including D.C. I'm sure our viewers remember when D.C. was literally on fire this summer, and as well as killing over 60 American people.
Okay, Terry, we actually have to move on.
We should impeach everyone.
We actually have to move on to the second part of this segment here really quickly. We want to talk about the media. We know the media was highly critical of President Trump during his administration, everything from immigration to his handling of the pandemic. Jason, do you think that the media will treat the Biden administration the same way?
Well, I think that they're different administrations. I think they're going to be more transparent with the media. So I think the relationship is going to be different. But I hope that the media does their job and that they hold the Biden administration accountable for the things that they do that aren't right, and that they investigate things, and that they do everything that they should do with every presidency. But this is a very different presidency. I don't think that you're going to have 36 people get indicted from this administration. 0 got indicted from the last Biden and Obama administration. So I don't think it's going to happen this time. You're not going to have a criminal element in this administration. So I think that it's going to be different. I think the relationship with the press is going to be different. You don't have somebody who has the background that Donald Trump does, the shady dealings, the shady backgrounds, the shady business dealings that Donald Trump does. So I think the relationship with the media is different. And I think also all of us who have been involved in the media, we're not being antagonized in the same way as it was under Donald Trump when he said that the media is the enemy of the people and journalists were being threatened. And you're finding bombs outside of news organizations.
Well, Jason, we're running out of time here, unfortunately. Sorry, guys. I do appreciate the lively discussion. We, of course, want to have you on as soon as we can to discuss this again. Republican strategist Terry Schilling and Democratic strategist Jason Nichols, appreciate your time. Thank you.
Thank you.